whose partners got sick with some serious conditions, and there is a stress of coping up
No.
and what to do, and how much can we do, and what sort of it should be, and how to
Yeah.
face what we might face and things like that. So
Yeah.
any advice on those type
Yeah.
of strategies might be
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah. No, thank you for bringing that. That's the hardest. I think that's the hardest part. One, getting sick during this time where the hospitals are full, right? Like just getting sick, decompensating in your illness, and then getting sick with COVID. Both hard. Maybe one's harder than the other, but they're both anxiety provoking. And then caring for your partner, it's really hard. I would emphasize self care again. I mean, of course, you have, it's your choice, right? Like we've made this decision to be there for each other. And I think if you, some of us can't, right? Like the hospitals have protocols and you can't be there for the loved one. And just forgiving yourself for not being able to be there, because I think you're actually serving the greater humanity by like not going in there. You're actually, like, I think Alan, you said, like, tamping the spread of this, right? Like by just not being there in the hospital, by not like spreading this disease, you're actually doing everyone, the greater community, a favor. So you, just being there when you need to, but like being at home, forgiving yourself for not being able to be there. And then self-care, like strengthening your immunity so that you don't, you don't have to be the second casualty in the line, right? Just hydrating yourself, sleeping, meditating, natural remedies. I don't know what's the evidence that they work, but maybe it's a placebo effect, right? Like you take kara, you feel better about yourself, your immunity is better, and you don't have a cold. I think there is a part that plays in the whole schedule of things. I also think some of these natural remedies are very underrated, and they really do help. Like for now, I think there is evidence that turmeric is much more antiseptic than we thought it was, right? And turmeric is such a huge part of like all these kadhas. And so is cinnamon. Cinnamon helps with hypertension. We now know that. And so I think taking care of yourself, um, and being there for the other person as much as you can, um, and meditating, just to keep yourself sane at least twice a day, at least for 15 minutes at a time, I think really goes a long way, sort of in allaying your anxiety, and not burning yourself out caring for the person that's sick. And I think, if out of all these things you had to choose one or two, number one, I would say sleep. Number two, meditate. I think if you don't do these things, then things, you can burn out pretty easily. So I think sleep, 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 hydrate, 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 meditate, meditate, meditate.